What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Fun with Dumb. I am your host, Dumbfounded, and we are here in mid-June, heading into the summer, and we got our summer colors out. Let me tell you that. We got our neon greens, we got our neon oranges, we got our lemon yellows.
If you ever do that one more time.
Lemon yellows, a shimmy, shimmy, yeah. All right.
Oh my goodness.
But we are out here with the sun is out. It's hot. Feels like a Domino's heat wave bag.
I got the AC on.
We got the AC on. We're not turning the AC off for the rest of the summer.
I'm sipping 3 blue moons during the podcast.
You're sipping 3 blue moons. Your phone is on in a blue moon every blue moon.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I apologize for last week.
Yeah, it looked like you got your summer beads on, which is the same from the spring beads. Not any different.
Come on, my G.
But I'm here with our regulars. We got
irregulars?
I'm not gonna change that. Yes, irregulars.
Yeah.
I'm here with Rick Lee.
How you doing?
Rick Lee.
You guys, man.
Rick Lee, believe it or not.
Rick Lee, believe it or not. Man.
We are also. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I feel. I had to take a little break.
Oh yeah, you were missing last week. So tell me what happened last week.
We were missing last week.
No, what happened last week?
Think of something quick. Think of something quick.
No.
Something not weird. Something not weird.
Make it up.
Lie. Nah, I was just exhausted, man. Physically, mentally. I just didn't think I had anything to bring to the table at that time. I wanted to really look inside, myself.
What'd you find?
It's a dark place, man. It's a
So
dark place.
You came this week, and
A lot of
what you
inconvenient
brought to the
truths.
table is literally Mentos and Blue Moons.
Yeah. You on?
No.
I felt like a lot of people are just outputting, and I needed to just take some time to internalize a little bit, and I apologize. I mean, I'll try not to miss an episode. I realize when I'm not here, you guys talk about papayas and just juicing each other, so I don't know.
You know what I feel like happens when
combo.
you know what I feel like happens when you internalize and you visualize what's going on inside you. I picture that movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. The guy, like, tied your intestines.
Like that character, I feel
right.
like you're chasing him, he's chasing you. It's just the whole.
Oh no.
And I just feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like everyone needs to take time to just see where they really. Mental health is huge, and there's been a lot of things that's been happening just back to back,
Yeah.
and I feel like everyone's been outputting. And I'm one of those dudes, music or just everything. I don't want to just put stuff out just because I want to put stuff out, So I just had to take some time to really just look inwards. And I thoroughly enjoyed your episode, man. It was good.
I think that's a good point. I think a lot of people. I think at one point you're gonna have to take all that information and internalize it,
Right.
and really see what you're gonna do with it,
For sure.
and what kind of person you're gonna change into.
Yeah, man. I missed you guys. Man.
Why do we look at each other with the eyebrows? This fool made me do that thing now. Every time we look at each other, I do this thing. It's like Morse code with eyebrows.
I've seen it. I've rewatched all the podcasts. We've been doing that for a while.
Well, we're glad you're back, man. We missed you last week.
I missed you guys too.
I think a lot of people in the chat missed you as well.
Oh, I know they did. I missed you guys too, guys.
Yeah. A lot of
Say guys one more time.
Gals. Yeah, I know.
And then we have here Rekstizzy.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. It was my birthday this weekend. So
Oh yeah, happy
got
birthday.
a little
Happy
credit. Nah, it's
belated.
over. I'm not doing the whole month thing.
Let's just say,
Come on,
okay, I
dude.
did
I don't like
realize last time on Twitch, during your birthday stream, towards the end of it, you left the stream on while you passed out in front of your computer.
What happened, dude?
Yeah, people thought I was sleeping, but it was actually performance art.
It was off stage.
Yeah, it was like a David Blaine thing, but I just wanted to test the limits of like people's, their focus and attention. And apparently, y'all got 9 hours to spare.
Damn. Apparently, they were like, I was
viewers,
one of
dude.
those people who tuned in. When
How was it? Riveting? What?
It was like David Blaine. I would say it was like David Blaine.
It was cool. It was a performance piece, to be honest with you. A lot of my Ox King fans, like Keezy, Janizi, she hit me up. She was like, "Yo, call Reg, man. Check up on him. He's dead." He's like,
you were like 6 feet away from the mic, and your snoring sounded like you were right by it.
Wow,
it was pretty crazy.
Occasional farts,
part
dude.
of-
Come on, man.
Oh, did I?
Oh
And
man,
those definitely farts.
Those definitely farts.
Definitely
dude.
farts.
Ooh.
It was like question farts, like the. You know when it goes
When it
up?
goes up, yeah.
Dude, you had a few of those.
Yeah.
You know what? I will say my farts sound exactly the way I look.
What? Stupid as shit. No, wait, what do you mean?
You heard my farts, bro.
Oh yeah, I did.
You
But
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
oh, you mean just kind of like uncertain? You have uncertainty farts.
I have uncertain energy.
Yeah. Your farts are just kind of like, should I?
Okay, we'll ask later when we
Should
take calls from people.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask what they think our farts sound like. All right, we'll ask them that. That'll be one of the questions.
That's a good one.
But you had a good birthday.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I got trashed.
What's the best gift you got?
You know, just the fact that, you know, Lily Pad, the community showed up, and but yo, it was wild because you know, the homie hooked it up with shout out to Toy. She hooked it up with the, you know, front page Twitch.
Oh yeah.
See how many viewers this guy got?
Shout out Rek. We probably should have applause noise, but Tony hasn't programmed them in.
Yeah, we had like 2,500
I'm
people there, and then I premiered my music video. I think actually that is one of the best things. I mean, it's kind of weird to say. My favorite gift was my gift to myself to drop the music video.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of good, you know, feedback. So
Yeah.
I'm happy.
That's what's up,
That
man.
video was so fire because before you made it public, we were just like, this is so fucking incredible, you know? The work that you put into it, the kawaii-ness, and then just seeing the reception exactly like how we thought it would be. It's just a
lot of
feeling,
people
man.
were like, they were like scoffing. They were like, what are you doing, man? Why are you wasting time?
Who the fuck did that? Oh, you mean during the
I
process?
think that was me.
Nah.
I was one of the scoffers, actually.
They're like, yeah. And then, yeah.
You're talking about during the process,
Yeah.
not after it came out.
It was either that, like, oh, like, what's going to come out of this? This is corny. Or it
I
was the
wasn't
opposite.
scoffing like that.
Yeah.
I scoff at the whole Animal Crossing.
Right.
Yeah. Or it was the opposite, where people were like hyping it up like crazy, like, yo, this is crazy. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a fucking masterpiece.
It's like us.
And then I was like, and that's why it took so long.
Right.
And I had a first iteration, and then I kept on hearing that shit. No, really. I kept hearing stuff, and I was like, I gotta go back and do more stuff. I gotta do more stuff.
I think that's the beauty of the three. Having number 3 is like the balance. So anytime like I decide to make a decision, I don't want both of you guys to support me.
No, of
I
course.
want one person to support me, the other one just completely against it. So
I
I could just hear the
completely
pros
agree.
and cons of every decision that I make from
But
now
you
on.
know what's crazy? When we ask these people,
who is right usually though?
I think there's things that he could be right for, but I mean a lot of times you bring good points.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But
But you know what? When you don't agree with something I'm doing, like Rick will kind of come in with like, nah, bro.
No,
but you know the truth is, before we even ask the people's opinion, we already know inside. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not always.
Yeah,
I think we do. I think we do.
We think we do.
Oh yeah. I think.
I knew we were about to get into that little corner of the. You think we do?
What do you
We
think I
I do.
No, but definitely. Sometimes you're just looking for approval. You're looking for that affirmation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But sometimes, you're looking for sometimes.
But no, I'm
an
not gonna lie.
approval
There are times when it
to
just
be
completely
lazy.
switches on you.
Yeah.
Like with you.
Like
you never allow me to just rest on my comfortable decision. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
You're like, nah, fuck that, Rick. Nah, fuck that, Rick.
It's that thing that you might subconsciously,
hurtful. Like
you might have subconsciously a decision about it already,
Right.
and then you get reassured about that decision with the second opinion from the other person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We got Tony here on the
Tony
ones and
K.
twos over here. Tony K.
What's up?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man.
well, we don't know how he's doing.
We
don't.
won't.
He just
2 to 3 days,
he just
though.
got tested.
You just
You got
just
we
don't know.
don't know.
You don't know.
Did you go there because you felt like you? Did you start feeling symptoms? Or
No,
you just
I
went there
didn't.
for
I
pure
didn't. No, I didn't
curiosity?
feel any symptom. I'm just like I'm just wondering if maybe what if I'm asymptomatic? You know,
Is that
like
lighting better?
Whoa.
I like that.
You like this one?
Yeah.
Hey Tony, are you high right now?
no.
Do you ever get nervous?
About what?
It was a Lil Wayne song.
All right. That concludes Tony's section. Okay.
Yeah. Love it.
So some of us are getting COVID tested. You're getting COVID tested right after this podcast.
Yeah. So I might gotta cut out early.
Okay, you're getting cut out early to get
For
COVID
health.
testing, which is the responsible thing to do.
Hell yeah.
And when are you getting tested?
When am I getting tested?
Dumb and I will get tested together.
Shouldn't I wait for a symptom? I feel like why it just feels irresponsible.
Well, let me tell you why.
There's a lot
let
of
me tell you why you guys should get
now,
tested,
like
right?
Thousands.
All right, I'm just
because
saying.
during this pandemic, you guys did go out to protest. You guys did go out, and you were
2 weeks ago.
That wasn't 2 weeks ago, dude. You were protesting it last week as well.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, but I mean, we're all out right now. Like, you can get it on the way to go get COVID.
For sure. I mean, I just don't feel like.
And then on the way back.
Well, yeah, sure. The fuck is wrong with you?
Then what?
Why
Is it going to be a
to...
regular test?
Dumb, the anti-test?
No, I'm not anti-testing.
Anti-test? What do you mean?
I feel like
right
you
now?
should get tested, but I feel like shouldn't you get tested when you have a symptom? I feel like.
I mean, remember, like, this is asymptomatic, though, remember?
Yeah,
it's
and
stuff that
it could
doesn't
pop
have
up
any
2 weeks
symptoms.
later.
Yeah.
So I'd rather know now before I endanger other people, or I could take care of myself better before it really starts to hit. Then I can like use the sea salt gargle wash and eat a lot of kimchi.
Did you say sea salt? You know. Nah, for sure. I mean, I think we should go together, dude. Make it a thing. You know what I mean?
We'll get COVID. We'll get COVID tested. All right.
We'll get COVID
Yeah,
tested.
before you go visit your mom again, you know. What if you find out you have it and then you go visit your mom?
Oh, I don't hug my mom, so.
You actually don't, do you?
We're very distant family members.
When's the last time you kissed your mom?
On the lips.
Shut the fuck up.
Come on, dude.
Just
Just like a 사랑해요.
I don't remember. It could have been maybe 15 years plus.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little challenge this week, Jonathan Park.
Kiss my mom on the cheek, just like.
Yeah, just a little after you get COVID
When's the
tested.
last time you kissed your mom?
With last time?
Yeah.
Where?
What?
No, whoa, what? I'm just saying. It's been about like, I want to say 2 years.
2 years.
You know, like a year before I left Virginia. You know what I mean? Just I like to give him an occasional peck.
What is this, a kiss your mom challenge?
Wait, you know, when's the last time you kissed your mom? You kiss your mom all the time, actually. You know, on
no,
the
that's
cheek.
not true. I don't be kissies with my mom.
Really?
Mommies.
Speaking of lips, yo. You know
I
what
just hug.
Yeah?
Hug is good.
Yeah, I hug my mom.
You do hug your mom.
Yeah.
I want to hug my mom right now, man. Speaking of lips, can I tell you what happened like 4 days ago? My whole shit is fucked up. I made soup, burned my tongue. My tongue got so burned that right now I can't taste anything.
Oh, COVID.
Well, I know that's what no. It's like, you know, when you burn your tongue, it becomes white. It becomes very hard right here. You can't taste anything, and anything spicy, like even like a sriracha drop, is like a fucking Magnum Mad Dog. It's so fucking.
It's tender, you mean? Like very
It's
tender.
raw, yeah.
Oh, it's raw.
My tongue is raw right now, right? And then on top of that, after I burned my tongue, I was like, fuck, I was so angry. I started doing the dishes. I sliced my thumb on the blender blade, like a ninja, you know, the blender.
Ooh.
So this shit got fucking cut up. I told one of my friends, Alex, Alex Kim, to get me a Band-Aid. He gives me this industrial size, like fabric, super strong Band-Aid, and I put it on too tight. So I'm like, fuck, my hands are wet. I'm pissed off because my tongue is. So I use my mouth to undo the Band-Aid. And the industrial sticky Band-Aid sticks on my bottom lip, right? So I pull it off my lip, and the whole layer of skin on my bottom lip is now raw. So I have raw tongue, raw lip. I haven't been able to eat like that. I'm so angry. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Like, that happened within the span of like 3 minutes, dude.
Wait, when was this?
This was the day I was trying to prepare for the party.
You see, that's what happens when you miss a week of fun
I knew
with
you were gonna
Dom.
try. I knew you were gonna try to do
That's
this.
what happens, bro.
I thought you
you're
were trying to
done
tell
with
like,
her.
that's why I rap wrong.
I'm a raw rapper.
Yo, bro, and you guys know this when you guys get like a canker sore, like a little oral situation, your temper is like cut to half. Bro.
When you said you got so mad that when you burnt your tongue that you did the dishes, is that something you do?
no,
you get mad and
no,
you start cleaning and shit,
no.
or no?
See, what happened was that whole night, it was the Kirby DPD Rec trifecta birthday party that I was hosting. You know what I'm saying? So I was running around trying to make sure everything was working, you know. And you know what? You're right. No one did sing. That fucking, like, all this effort that I
walked
put.
in and he was all mad, like, setting up the karaoke station. Fuck.
Yeah. I pretty much made, like, a Chuck E. Cheese for adults, like, with different activity sections and all that. Nobody did shit. But, you know, in my mind, I'm just like, all right. Well,
I don't, like...
Yo,
why do adults need activity stations at birthday parties? I don't get that.
You know what?
Just get some friends together, drinks and food.
Some people are socially awkward.
I don't understand it. Like, I don't.
Some people need something to do or look at.
I don't know, man.
Bro,
I just
you know
not
what?
a fan
I
of
agree with you
the
now.
activity stations.
This is
man.
another sign of your unwillingness to be empathize with people.
Hold on, everyone in chat right now. All right, if you go to a birthday party, of course, excuse me, some people just wants to drink and socialize. But some people do enjoy walking into the door and be like, wow, they set up these little stations, you know, these little activity stations. Some people do enjoy that shit, you know?
And you know, yo,
and I put that together,
I'll tell you one thing. White people be killing parties sometimes. Like, yo, during college, we would go to spots and they have, like, sick-ass stations, like a whole fucking balloon pit.
Oh, you mean like they kill it, like they really know how to throw a party?
Yeah, and then
they don't kill the party.
Oh, chill.
No.
Not school shooting. No,
not like that. We meant like they ruin it, like so they don't.
No. They don't ruin party. No,
they know how to throw a party.
Yeah. So like I'll go to like that's like a frat boy situation, right? Like a bro situation, and then I go to like the artsy white kids parties, and they're doing fucking a Braveheart party.
Yeah.
Where people are dressed as like Mel Gibson, or like I came through as a British knight.
Yeah. Right. The theme stuff.
Yeah. It's fun,
that's
man.
Okay. So who throw which?
Because you know why? Because
ethnic
Asians usually don't throw good. Like,
okay, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this.
Which ethnic group, which ethnicities throw the best parties? Well, let's rank this real quick, all right? Would you say Asians throw kind of the weakest parties?
Nah,
yeah.
Dude. No, whoa.
No. We throw dope parties, but it's not like the setup. It's more us just wilding, getting out all the fucking despair in our lives. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of like alcohol, drug. It's a lot of drugs too. A lot of drugs. Alcohol and drugs.
I mean, drugs goes. That's all across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying.
We're drug free. Yeah.
But I'm saying, well, okay. I think Asians do the activity thing too. They like to set up activities. You know.
What activity have you seen at an Asian party? Beer pong, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like black parties is like you get a fire DJ, everyone's dancing, already having a good time. You don't need the extras. You know what I'm saying? Like the parties are just fun because everyone's on the dance floor.
Yo,
Latinos, they got the similar situation.
They got the taco ladies.
I was gonna say,
oh, it's just the food, dancing, and alcohol. That's it.
I'll say this:
Asians and whites, you need activities. Okay. Asians and whites.
I'll say on the this is like the spectrum. Like Asians are fucking like they need all types of shit there, but like I go to like a Latino like I remember I walked into the Latino club room and they were partying it up, and there was a fucking closet, and I was like, yo, y'all don't give a fuck. You're just down.
It's a case of Coronas, dude.
Tight.
And a fucking
Bluetooth
but then
speaker,
Asians
like you'll have everything set up, drinks, and then everyone's still like.
That's exactly what happened.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like, we need to get really fucked up first before we open up.
I literally used my condenser mic, my whole studio system, and I made it into a karaoke machine.
I think Asians love setting up stuff. They love the whole process of the coordinating the parties, you know what I'm saying? And then you set it up, and not everyone utilizes the shit. It was like what you said. Your party was not.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
stations looked nice.
People, I appreciate that. Bro. I appreciate that.
It looked like an IKEA showroom. You know, like
exactly, man. You know, I had the 1, 2, 3 step. You know, you go here. I had the darts. I had the pool. I had the fucking poker set up. Karaoke. No one did shit, dude.
I just had a flashback to that Braveheart party I went to. At one point in the night, everyone was so drunk.
Right.
That we all yelled freedom for about 10 minutes, like nonstop. Freedom for 10 minutes. I was like, this shit's fun as fuck.
Do you like the dressing up themed party thing?
Yeah, why not? That shit could be fun.
I don't know. I know they're fun. And I go to it and I enjoy. I'm like, okay, it's fun, but I'm like,
you don't sound like someone that have fun at it. I want to dress up.
You see, maybe I gotta open up more for these theme things, man. I gotta open up a little bit more.
Could it be a childhood, like an issue dealing with your past?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I definitely got some childhood issues with that.
It's like, don't ever plan or celebrate anything.
He was waiting for you to say that. Oh no, daddy, no, daddy issues.
No, I just didn't. You know, I didn't do the Thanksgivings, the Halloween. We already did this. We already did this episode. We've done this topic. Yeah.
Oh, boo!
At this point, you might have a soundboard.
I'm gonna throw a themed party before this before this year ends.
You look like you just came to a themed party as Naruto. Like, what the fuck is this? What you think this was?
Please acknowledge me as Hokage.
Oh man. Nah, definitely we got to do a little theme party. No, it was all in all it was good.
What theme party would you throw?
Maybe kind of like us dressing up as each other.
Yeah.
Is that stupid?
Dress up as your favorite biblical character. I'm David.
Oh shit, that could be tight actually. No, that could be really cool. But no,
I'm not going to that party.
I pull up as the devil.
Ukyo? Is that funny? Huh?
Oh shit!
It's gotta be one devil. Yo, you know Church of
Trees? Be one devil.
Yo, you know Church of Trees when they did skits, like little plays.
I love them.
And there's always one dude who was the devil.
Yeah.
And fucking, he always loved that.
Was
role.
that you?
Yeah.
Was that you?
Nah, it was never me. But there was always like one young that'd be like, ugh.
Wait, there was a dude who played the devil in the church skits?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember that.
I don't.
Well, at least when you're a little older.
Mm-hmm.
Not in when you're doing nativity scenes and shit.
Yeah. I remember all those church parties that, you know, during Halloweens. They had the church parties. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. The VBS joints.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah. So they had,
my mom wasn't a psychopath.
If you grew up in the church, then during Halloween, they, you know, a lot of the Halloween church.
You went to those too?
A lot of the churches think they're like, Halloween is like a devil's holiday,
Pagan.
right?
Yeah.
Paganism.
Which I don't believe.
Well, churches think that Harry Potter and even like Pokemon and shit is
even
devil.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess
Pokemon,
so.
yeah.
What's demonic about Pokemon?
Yeah, what did they say?
I think.
What did you say?
I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for everybody. I think what it is just.
What the fuck?
I want to be the very best, the best there ever was. I'm kidding.
What's going on?
So I don't know. I think it was. It has to do with a little bit of idolatry. You know what I'm saying? Little. You know, when if it's too much mysticism, or if it's too much like I guess sci-fi, people get a little like tedious about it. But you know, I don't know if I completely agree with all that. I think people could have fun. But no, church parties definitely. I could make an ill church party though, yo.
Like
how would you make your? What would be different about your church party?
What I would do? Well, no. What I would do? Well, I would put a lot of thought into it first, but I would have a lot of. I would have them have a lot of fun. Wow.
Renew your virginity, Bruce.
I'm gonna have.
It's like virginity is swag. Virginity is swag. Virginity is swag on it.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Oh my god.
Well, here.
No, I want you to throw a religious party.
Don't ever.
You used to perform at a lot of churches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like giving it a party vibe when you do that, right?
For sure.
What is the vibe like when you perform like rap songs at a church?
You get groupies?
So back in the day.
I actually would like to know that if there is any groupie situation.
Let's get into it. Back in the day,
and be honest, you know.
I will be honest. When Manifest and I used to do the church circuit, right? So a lot of these pastors or youth group leaders, the reason why they'd call us out was because they wanted something hip. You know what I mean? They wanted something cool for their church program. So they're like, okay, these two rappers, they rap God and they're really cool. It's hype. So we get there. And then we're just, you know, it's kind of like worship, but also these kids that are, you know, living obviously day to day in this world. They see like hip hop, they see rap, they see like worldly music. Mm-hmm. A lot of their parents don't let them listen to secular music. You know what I mean?
Really?
So, yeah.
It's that serious?
Yeah. A lot of parents are just like, you know, you can't listen to this stuff. You have to listen to this. And so to break that norm, we would go and rap and make it seem cool to, you know, be people of faith and also love hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, can you imagine like your parents be like, "You're not allowed to listen to this pop music. Listen to Lyrics and Manifest." Like,
I mean, no. I mean, you know.
So they would approve you guys' music though, for them to be able to like listen to you. Like, how?
Yeah, I mean, back then our catalog was pretty clean. You know what I mean? Our catalog was very. It wasn't so like preachy, but it was very, you know, youth friendly and all that.
Right.
So after that, we never had after parties or anything like that. You know.
Yeah. I have a question. You know, like there's like annoying rap fans in general, right?
Oh.
Like, yo, I want you to hear me freestyle or whatever, right? What's like a
I don't find that annoying at all, dude.
No, annoying Christian rap fan. Like, you trying to leave and he's like, "Rick, I need to pray with you." And he tries to hold you back for like a long ass prayer.
Right.
Or they want to freestyle for you and it's like Jesus bars, so you can't make fun of him.
The most annoying Christian rap fan is the one that goes, "You know people hate you, right? You know we're supposed to be hated, right?" And it's like the cost of discipleship is, you know, Rick, everyone talks shit about, like, and he would remind me that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't holy enough, or I wasn't righteous enough to do what I'm doing.
So they have this feel, so they feel like the world is against them, kind of thing.
Yeah. and you know,
and that made you feel that way.
But what they don't understand is, like, even like Jehovah, like when people come through, I indulge, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. How many times have you seen me like at these parties or like, and I have that one guy that I'm talking to, I pull to the side. He didn't realize that I'm gonna go this deep into it too, you know. Yeah. So he starts talking to me about this little situation that he has or his philosophy, and I'm like, okay, let's break this down, and we talk about it. So I don't really find it annoying. If anything, I make it more annoying for them by the end. They're like, okay, I'm not gonna come back to this guy again. But you know, it was a great time, man. I don't look bad at it. I don't look at the past and say, wow, that was a waste of time or it was a stupid time.
Because your music was the entry point for them to have that conversation with
you. Bro. And
it's
the fact that for them to even have that conversation or to have these chats with me, I feel like that was the plan all along. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, so I think it was cool, bro. But definitely, I'm going to do a themed church party by the end of this year. You guys are all invited. It's going to be crazy, dude. Crazy.
Do we got to bring our own Bibles?
Huh?
We got to
BYOB, baby. You already know.
I really wonder what the, you know, I haven't gone to church since I was like, you know, 13, 14 years old. I really wonder, like, what the church scene is like now.
See, when people that haven't gone to church since 13, 14, and they try to, like, mock or try to talk about...
I'm not trying to mock it.
No, not you. I'm not saying you. But sometimes, you know...
People,
like, things change. Like, churches also realize how hypocritical or like how...
Oh, really? Has it changed? Actually, I'm curious about that. Has the message changed because the world is changing?
Not the message has changed, but the delivery for sure, bro.
Really?
You have to understand...
Okay, I didn't think about that.
A lot of the Korean American churches that I come up with, right? Back in the day, what it was they were still trying to get used... They were still trying to understand, man, you know? It's like humans are flawed. The message is perfect, but the way that we execute it is flawed. And it was their obligation to kind of improve and to remix it a little bit. They had to do that.
So is issues like gay and trans LGBTQ like is that like discussed differently?
It's open. It's not discussed differently as in like before it was very brimstone, like no, you know, very understanding, very black and white. But what
now
I'm proud about...
No.
Now it's just kind of like... I mean, you have to understand that, like, even as Koreans, like, traditionally, a lot of things that we believe, like, in our culture, it kind of goes against how people of faith should live. You know what I'm talking about? Like, just even seniority or, like, hyung, oppa, you know, like, to be child. Like, there's a lot of psychological things that they had to change a little bit, you know? So a lot of these Korean churches and leadership, they would go to multicultural churches to learn from other nationalities, from other countries, other upbringings, and they bring it back. And it's a more community-based, more love-based situation, you know? Church is a very beautiful place these days.
Church is different with like black church to like Korean church to a white church. They're all different.
You have to understand, some of these church worship sessions are crazy too. They're like concerts, bro. You go there and you just feel so uplifted.
White churches got this mic.
They got the when you got that little
Britney mic, little Britney mic, and they always then the pastor's like cool white boy with the long white long tee. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The jeans with this little ridges on it. You know what I'm talking about?
The drop crotch.
Justin Bieber pastor.
Yeah, like the
hypebeast pastor.
Yeah, like they eat at Earth Cafe.
I get you.
I'll tell you right now, I don't want my pastor to be cool at all.
One thing though, before we get off this church topic, one thing that's really great about church these days too is the break off afterwards. People just usually think it's you go there, you worship, and you have the sermon, right, and then you leave. But it's so community based now. It's like a lot of these sermons are very abbreviated. They're just very short, because they know the attention span. They know all these things, so they keep it short to the point, very poignant. And then afterwards, you break up into different groups, and you have like these cell ministries where you just talk to people. You talk to people. We're not trying to preach to you. People are not trying to. You just talk about problems.
It feels like therapy almost.
Yeah, because the problem with church before was it was 7 day. It was Monday through Saturday, worldly stuff. And then that one day where you just try to become holy. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's so like statistically, that's very hard to balance a life of faith. So for the new mentality is trying to integrate your faith and your beliefs into the whole week. You know what I mean? So it doesn't seem like you're departing from it and then coming back.
If anybody wants to join the Rick Lee ministry, please contact us. He'll be starting up real soon.
Hey, man. I'll just get passionate when I start talking about these things. But,
but you haven't gone to church in a while, right?
I've been church, man. I've been churching.
I know you've been to church. When's the last time you've been?
I've been churching.
Since every blue moon you go.
No, I mean, right now, these days, too, because of the COVID situation, we've been doing a lot of Facebook Live, just different types of streams.
Is there a belief right now that you think in the church that these are signs? Like things that are going on in the world are signs?
Good question.
For sure. For sure.
Like signs of what? Like end of times, like type of shit?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will find parallels in Revelations. That's the last chapter. Revelations is very metaphorical. A lot of, just symbolism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So definitely there's a lot of people trying to find parallels of what's happening now with the scriptures, And I don't want to get too much into it, but it's kind of frightening how accurate it is too.
Like the locusts and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
The locusts.
But yeah,
the locusts. You got excited when you saw the locusts.
You
heard about the locusts and you got excited. You're like, he's coming. He's coming. All right, cool.
But it's just I just feel like more than anything, instead of being too preachy, it's just during this time, let's just, for me at least, it's just I'm trying to have a little bit more fear of the Lord. You know what I mean? Like what we were talking about last time. Just kind of being aware of my behaviors and just the way I treat people. And some people don't need God to act like this, or to think like this. But for me, this is the way I was brought up, and this is what I believe in. So I'm trying to better myself in that category, during these times.
Yeah, I feel like it's
like another thing. Like for Christians, they say when the end of the world is coming, you try to reach out to God. You're trying to save yourself more. In my perspective, it's like if this isn't the closest to the end of the world that I felt, then what is it going to take for me to really wake up? You know what I'm saying? So I take these situations to kind of like deterioration of this world right now.
I feel like it's not like I feel like I want to have less fear. And
when I say fear of the Lord, it's not the same fear as in like your fear of getting shot or
explain that
killed.
Because to me I just
fear
hear
of the
fear.
Lord pretty much means it's a consciousness. It's kind of like things that we do in our life. I have to understand that I'm being watched and someone is knowing what I'm doing in the shadows while I'm doing in the light. With the stuff that I'm doing in the light. It's just kind of like pretty much saying I know that nothing that I'm doing is hidden, And when I start thinking like that, then
is that what drives our moral system? Like the fear of people watching what we do? Like
there's different degrees. I think also what he means is like fear of God is like kind of like when your dad, right? And if you're scared of him,
he doesn't know his dad. No, I'm kidding. No.
If you're scared of him disciplining
Like,
you,
Jesus Christ.
disciplining you, it's not that you don't.
I know I was gonna say pause.
It's
after
not
I
you're
said
afraid.
Jesus Christ. For some reason, I knew I said the name in vain, and I was like, pause.
No homo.
Nah, but I'm saying like it's like out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like how like sometimes it takes a while for us to come out the door to get a ride here.
Right.
It's like we don't have fear of you.
Yeah.
So we're not on point.
Yeah.
But say you were like Dr. Dre or like Timbaland or some shit. I'm gonna be like, I'm like scared. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna fuck up.
Think about it like this.
But it's like a love and an
But there's
adoration.
also a scale of fear that you guys are misprioritizing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think that if you don't have respect for me to come down early, but you do for Dr. Dre, like that's already kind of a twisted thing. You don't know Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying though, there's like I mean, of course it's not true. We try to come out, but I'm just saying
it's true. You don't come out on time.
but like I think that if we like really were like we had a.
Oh, it happened again. We got to figure that out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tape that.
All right, cool. We're back.
You have to understand, it's not the fear of angering him. Let's not think about that. It's not like I'm not scared of angering you. I fear that I'm being inconsiderate to you. I fear that I'm disrespecting you. I fear that I'm hurting you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's. I don't want people to take the term fear and be like, oh my God, he's scared, so he wants to do well. It's just I want to be more cognizant. I want to be more aware of the fact that.
Is that the same thing? Is it fear or is it respect? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like.
But it's also backed. But you understand the context. It's backed by the fact that he is acknowledging that God has made everything, so like he can just destroy shit. Or
but that's what I'm saying. You're fearing consequence. Like respect is just not expecting anything back. You just want to give it. You know what I'm saying?
The same way.
The fear of God seems very consequence based, in my opinion.
But you're turning it into one thing, but it could be many things at once.
I fear that if I don't eat right, I fear that if I don't eat right, if I don't exercise, if I don't take care of my body, then through atrophy and through accumulation of bullshit, I'm gonna suffer for that. Do you know what I'm saying? I fear that. It doesn't mean that I fear like if I don't do these things, I'm gonna die, but I feel like over time I'm gonna feel worse and worse because I'm not taking care of myself. And in the same way in the spiritual realm, I fear that if I don't discipline myself or be accountable on some of these things, then I am going to slowly deteriorate in my spiritual body as well. But that doesn't mean that I feel like it's a consequence or he's gonna strike me down out of punishment. But I feel like it's a work in progress. It's not. In no way, and that's where I stand right now with my ministry. Like I'm not here saying I'm perfect. I am the worst of the worst, but I still want to work on myself because I fear that if I don't, then I'm slowly going to completely lose my way.
How much of you working on yourself is dependent on this faith as opposed to you just nothing faith-based? Or is just everything always faith-based, No,
not everything's always faith-based, for sure, because it's hard to remind yourself that everything is faith-based, Like I don't want to sound like I'm completely losing my sense of reality and just trying to do it for faith. But you have to understand, for me, to be more Christ-like or to live more righteous or holy, there's things that I need to always keep in my mind and always remind myself that, like, yo, this is the path that I chose. It might be hard. I might be shunned for it. I might be laughed at. But I'm proud and I know or I believe that I'm going to be rewarded and I'm going to be acknowledged for this, man.
Okay. What if you knew that you didn't get rewarded or acknowledged for it?
That's a good question. I think about that too sometimes. I have doubts, man.
It's like, no, fam, you're still going to hell.
Yeah. I have doubts sometimes, dude. There are days when I feel like there may be no God. When I talk to you guys, when I talk to some people that are smarter than me, that ask me hard questions and I can't answer, there are times when I falter and I'm just like, whoa, but it's just, it's just the path I chose,
by your side.
Right, bro.
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah, when is Father's Day?
Sunday. We should probably talk about that, huh? Since, we can
talk about his Heavenly Father, so I was like...
Our Heavenly Father, yes.
Oh, yeah, right.
When you say, like people, that's a term for God too, Father, right? Do you really look at it like a father figure?
I think because of the terminology, we naturally kind of compare the God in our minds to our physical father.
Do you look at your dad like he's like godly? No. Is your dad godly to you?
Nah.
No. The other way.
He ain't even that nice at golf.
My dad's not even a disciple, I'll tell you that. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, it's just it's you know, to be honest with you, like what I'm feeling right now, I just need to educate myself more and become a better orator in this situation for me to speak to you guys right now.
No. It's not. I'm not trying to. I'm just asking you these questions.
No. I know.
I'm not trying to convince anything. But far as this is actually good because there's the term father for God, right? Like we call him father,
right?
And there's a reason for that, I guess, because of the way we gave that title because of how we should treat him, right? And technically, is that like how we should look at our own fathers? And does it reflect each other? Like, does God figure to your own father?
That's a good question. I mean, like I was saying, I'm not saying that you look at your father as God, but a lot of people tend to view God.
Yeah, it's the
as
wording.
Their
it's like,
father,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, and because of that, because my dad was so militant and authoritative back in the day, and I was scared of him, that's how I view God, consequence-based. Very just kind of like, after, masturbation session, I felt guilty as fuck because I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't allowed to do this. I felt so like shunned, like I was gonna get beat by God. I felt very scared back in the day.
Can you paint us the picture? Like you would like jerk off and you have your jizz in your hand. You're
bigger
like,
than that.
God.
Yeah.
I like how you said masturbation session.
The MS, you know what I'm talking about? The
like
MSB.
what you doing today? I got a session. 4
o'clock session.
4 o'clock. How long you in the stew for? Probably 3-4 hours. Yeah.
All right, man. Shut up.
No.
Have you ever watched?
Why does it always seem like your mom's always catching you jerk off and not your dad? Like in most
your
people's
dad probably
stories,
knows, and he's like, eh.
You know what I mean? In most people's stories, it's always like your mom or something walking in as opposed to your dad.
Because your mom always wants to see you like do that shit, yo.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because your mom wants to catch you.
Actually?
What? Really?
Like punish you for it or what?
Just she wants to see
what's
going on.
Have your parents ever said?
I swear to God.
I'll translate it back to English. Have your parents ever been like, "No 이상한 짓"? You know what 이상한 짓?
Oh yeah. Like
something weird. Are you doing weird things?
Yes. They said like, "Were you doing weird
things?"
We're doing
in
weird
Korean.
things.
Yeah. Pretty
but
much.
I'm sure, doesn't that people do that in English too? Like, are you doing some weird shit in there? Like, you know, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about
how. No, it's not weird at all. Actually, everyone does it.
Did I tell you about my porno story?
Nah. I'm sure you're gonna. Yeah.
I'm going to.
Rick's story, yeah.
So, in high school, on senior year.
Hold on, let me introduce the story real quick.
Okay.
Welcome to another episode of Rick's Unholy Stories. Go.
The year was 2003.
Yeah, go.
It was my senior year in high school, and in Fairfax County Public Schools, which is an East Coast-based district, they would mail the report cards to your home. You don't take the report cards from school to home. They would mail it during your summer vacation.
Yeah.
So when you had bad grades and you knew it was coming, you couldn't really enjoy your summer vacation because you knew a beating was coming. You know what I mean? You knew that moment of realization was coming. So what I did was when the report card came, it came within like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Came really soon. But I went to because my parents are the cleaners. I went to the mailbox, found it, hid it. I hid it and I lied for the whole month.
Yeah.
Just like, it didn't come. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Call the school. I don't know what you're talking about. My mom had her friend, my classmate Bobby Kim, smart ass motherfucker, straight A student. He's like, Bobby got his report card. What the fuck you talking about? Bobby got it. Where's yours? Yeah. I'm like, Mom, and this like you know when you lie to the point where you believe it, you're like so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And coincidentally at that time, my mom has 5 sisters. I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, she has 5 sisters, 1 brother. All of the aunts were staying in my house at that time.
Yeah.
Right? So they were speaking Korean. They were just, doing the whole sisterly thing. My mom snaps one day. She snaps and she's like, I'm going to go upstairs and look in your whole room and I'm going to find this report card because I know you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, all her sisters were there?
All her sisters.
They're all hyping her up?
They were all hyping her up.
Like, yo, you gotta do that shit.
They're like, 성적표, which means report card. Report, right? I was like, fuck. I hid, my report card. Back in the day, I was printing out porn, dude. Like, you know, I had like a stack of just like naked girls and just
color
like,
printer or black and white.
I like the monochromatic porn for some reason. But anyway, so I
preferred it.
I had a mix of both.
I don't know why. I didn't want the inkjet situation.
Yeah.
I didn't have a laser. If I had a laser, definitely color. You know what I mean? But I had the black and white. But I just had stacks and stacks of pornography hidden in the secret compartment in my desk, and my report card was in the middle of that.
Oh man.
No.
So it's
I'm
like
held
a double.
hostage
You're about to get a double ass whooping
in front of 5 of my aunts, bro. So they're all in my room, and my desk is one of those, those L-shaped desks back in the day that you used to get
for the computer.
Yeah, for the computer.
Station.
So you could do one of these. You could do one of those.
Yeah.
So my mom started at one end of the thing, just looking through everything. Mead composition.
It was at the end of the other.
Yeah. My lyrics. Yeah.
It
was at the end.
Hold on.
Don't hit me, bro. Literally, it's at the
you
end.
look like you're
of the
directing
desk.
traffic right now. Relax, bro.
My mom is going through stuff. My aunt is like, "이거는, 저거는." Like, look over here. How about this? Drawers.
Then your mom's like, okay, you take that side. We're gonna cover all ground.
It's like that when that cop stops you and you know where the bud's at. You know what I mean? And just waiting for them to find that shit. So I'm just like, oh my God. And meanwhile, I'm just getting more amped up, thinking that the more angry I am, like I could completely like have him leave the room. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? I have freedom as a man. You know, I'm like, I didn't lie to you. You think I lied to you?
Yeah.
Dude, she opens a thing.
That's very great.
She opens the fucking cupboard.
Oh no.
It looks like a fucking concordance, like a Bible, dude.
Oh,
she pulls it out. I don't know why, but the top I wrote my thing.
My thing.
I don't know why. I had a title cover to it, and then my mom, as soon as she licked this and then lifted, the first thing was a lady with a banana in her.
Oh my God.
My mom starts
just to clarify, in her pussy.
My mom starts.
Yeah. Okay.
My mom starts. She's like Truyo, which means Jesus. Every page.
Oh,
like,
my
oh
gosh.
my God. And then the worst part is she'd look at it, give it to my aunt. And then my aunt would give it, and then my aunt would be like, Chuya. So for like 32 pages. Right?
Oh my gosh.
And then she finds my report card.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So she's like, I got caught with my whole porn stash and my report card. So my mom was like, she was too like dumbfounded to beat me up right there.
Because you were reckless.
Because I was reckless, you know? And she took the
thought
whole
it was your
pack.
lyrics.
I was going to say that. She took the whole pack and put it on my dad's bed and just says, just wait till dad comes home.
Oh, my
shit.
God.
That's the worst.
God damn.
I think I got beat by my dad picked up my sister to hit me with my sister. Like, that's how bad it was, man. It was...
Rick's Unholy Stories.
Yeah, just to bring this back to that girl who brought you into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
No, never mind.
No, come on, say it. Koala?
Yeah. No.
Too much?
Yeah, too much. All right, you know what? I think that's enough time. We could go into.
Yeah, we could take
wait,
some
we're
calls.
gonna end the podcast with that? No.
We're not ending it. We're going into the
Callers?
calls.
I don't want to hear callers right now.
You don't want to hear callers?
Someone share something else before that. Someone share something else.
I'll tell you a story. I remember like during the time where we were all like downloading porn and printing porn because I don't know why you had to press like a newspaper outlet.
Bro,
press
not only did I print the porn. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell
you. And I remember how the printers used to go back then.
It wasn't one of those thick 3-ring binders. And the 3-ring binders.
Yeah.
And I would buy like thousands of sheets.
So you were really organizing.
And I put the picture.
So you would make your own zines. Yeah, you had your own zines.
Dude.
Yeah.
And the first cover page was my thing.
And do you remember how slow? The printers were back there? It was like this.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you what. Like I remember during that time when we were like downloading porn, and it would take forever. Like downloading porn would take like a whole day.
Yeah, like 32 minutes for like a
13 megabyte. So what I would do is, what'd you say?
Go ahead.
I didn't want to download a whole video or whatever, so I found this little life hack, I guess, little porn hack. I would download an MP3 of girls moaning. So I turned it into a sonic experience. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it would be like a 2-3 minute, like almost an MP, like a song, but it's just like, oh yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
So you downloaded it.
So I close my eyes.
Oh yeah.
I put the headphones on, close my eyes, and I just listened to this MP3.
Damn.
You know?
So you were more of an audio porn guy.
I wasn't more of an audio, but I just got tired of just either a picture or like a whole day of downloading a porno.
Right.
That's actually pretty genius. I mean, it covers the tracks too. They're not gonna find a stack of audios. For sure.
But the dangerous thing is, it's like, you know, a lot of times you kind of close your eyes. You can't really see anyone coming in.
Right.
You can't see anybody coming in.
Did someone come in?
It was a risk,
right.
You know. And I feel like at the time you're so horny that you risk it all.
You risk it all for anything.
You risk it all. You're like parents are next door.
You're like, I got 14 seconds. I got this.
Like you set up little traps, like for like noise making traps. You know what I mean?
No, you don't understand.
Little booby traps before they come.
Oh, yeah, I get a little pepper roll stick and I'll crumble it on the hallway. So you can get that. You never did that? You just take like a little Korean cracker and you put it down the hallway. So when you hear the crunch, oh man, y'all are tripping.
All right, yeah, let's go into the calls. Let's go.
All right, let's go to calls now.
Join the Discord, guys.
Everybody, join the Discord. We can take a look at the chat now. Into the calls.
Somehow I'm the one who didn't share a porn story.
I know it's so weird because Rek is usually the one with tons of porn stories.
We're good.
But I think we kind of know a lot of your porn stories.
Yeah.
We know the infamous you humping the monitor.
Oh fuck.
You humped the monitor?
There is an infamous story. We're gonna take the calls. Everybody in the chat, yo, please go into the chat right now.
Giant Asian, thank you for that dono.
Giant
Shout out to the donos or subscribes right now.
Giant Asian said, I'm watching you, Rick.
Shout out to Giant Asian. First of all, I love your fucking Plex updates. He's the one that set me up the whole Plex situation. You put out the best movies in there. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, please join the Discord. We want to talk to you guys about everything we've discussed so far. I don't know why it took a huge left turn from fearing God to fearing our moms walking into us jerking off. Those were the two topics, I guess. Fear,
I really do think that moms have like a weird like.
Here he goes again. What?
Yeah, I don't get the
No, I don't think it's like a horn like they get off on it. It's like more of a like watching jizz produce jizz. Chill, you know what I'm saying? Like
really,
it just sounds weird. Wait, someone said they do. It's scientifically proven. What?
Yeah, dude. You know what the worst is?
What that mom? I'm telling you, man. They love catching you, yo.
We think we're slick, right? Back in the day, just because we didn't get caught. And then our parents clean our rooms, right?
Yeah.
And then they clean our trash can, right?
The cum tissues.
but mom's like, what is this? It's like a rock. She knows what the fuck is. But long time ago too, like I wouldn't even throw it away. I just throw it under the bed, right?
What?
So my mom
went
like this, and there was like a whole fucking year's worth of. Couldn't go up,
Jizz tissues? No.
Yeah, I will say though,
I would flush that shit down.
I feel like,
dude.
I feel like a good 20% of paper towels in this world has to be wasted on jizz cleanup.
You use paper towels?
What?
I would say like after sex, right, or something like that. Like, wouldn't you say like people are just very wasteful of paper towels?
I say you're very wasteful of paper towels.
Do you think about so y'all think about conserving like paper towels or tissue after sex or wiping like cleaning? No, you don't. You guys are wasteful. Everyone's wasteful.
I just use my hand.
No, after sex. It's a time situation. You know what I mean? You have to run. You have to get. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know. You know what it is? My mom made me very, very conscious of like paper towels and you know, just wasting any paper. She saved every paper.
Yeah.
Like even like old mail, anything she didn't throw it out. She has it all saved.
Mail?
And then just use it, huh? Just to use the back of it to write notes or anything.
Damn. See, that's kind of
paper towel. Like anytime I use it, she's like, "Yo, what are you using it for?
No,
use
my
it
grandma
again."
was the same way. She would take a slice and then cut it in half.
Yeah. So when I watch you eat and use like literally 30 napkins, like I think I get triggered because my mom, like we become our moms, our parents in general.
I feel that. You know, I am a big paper towel waster, and I apologize for the environmentalists out there who might be a fan of the podcast. because this is an environmentally safe podcast.
Right.
Environmentally friendly podcast.
100%.
Would you say? In this studio, we don't.
I think I
we're
shared
not
a little
wasteful.
too much this episode.
We're not wasteful. It's all right. It's all right. Your mom's not gonna watch this, right?
No, she watches this, bro.
Is this how your mom like tries to walk in on you masturbating? Now just walking on you masturbating talking? I heard that podcast. Join the Discord right now. We want to talk to you guys out there, our fellow dummies out there, if you will. Please, Lily Pad Gang. Can we name Rick's like fandom right now?
What is Ox Gang?
The Disciples.
Yax
Well,
Gang.
honestly, I
feel like Rick needs its own little. Disciples.
Disciples.
Is that good? I'd like the
It's
Disciples.
kind of flirting with the.
I kind of want to. I don't want it to be Lily Pad Gang either. I don't want to be gang. I don't want to be Yang Gang, Ox Gang. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So what are you?
I got to think
Kingdom,
about
right?
it. I got to think about it. Lily Pad some shit or
Lily
Frog
Pad
some
Island.
shit or you know.
Yeah.
My lilies.
Ooh,
Tadpoles.
No lilies.
lilies.
Nah, it's. I figured it out. I
Who
figured
said
it out.
Someone said
Tadpoles?
Rick Cyples.
The Rick
I like Rick Cyples. What's wrong with Rick
Ooh.
Cyples? That one's good.
It's better than Disciples. I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Disciples was.
We're gonna do
Jesus.
Rick Cyples for Rick.
All right.
We'll do dummies for me,
And we'll figure
Hey,
it out.
could I use the restroom real quick before I
Yeah,
start
yeah,
the
go ahead.
calling section?
and then for Rec we'll figure out something.
you know what I'm gonna do in the bathroom?
Wait, what?
What? No, bro. Hey, wipe the key as well then. All right, guys. Cool. We're gonna take some calls. Everybody join the Discord. We had a very interesting talk today, so we got to go into it, guys. I think there's a lot to talk about and little stories. Don't be shy. You got anybody?
We got Sophia.
Sophia, what's up?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey guys, how are
Long
you?
time. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I called in because I actually had a porn story, but I don't know if you guys want me to
Yeah, go ahead.
take it.
Yes, here it.
Go ahead.
Story.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So when I was in the 5th grade,
Yeah.
I was I was looking up porn, but I was one of those people that looked up porn on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I was in 5th grade.
So what do you mean porn? Just like any kind of like sexual stuff, but that's like.
I literally, I typed in porn and I just to see what I'd get.
What did you get?
Well, the thing is though, because I was looking up like lesbian porn when I was younger,
Yeah.
and so I would type in porn, and like one of the first videos, I remember this so distinctly, but I remember one of the first videos were like of 2 girls making out, and then I was like, oh my god, it's so hot, and then I looked up lesbian porn, and then from that I looked up porn sites. So fast forward a couple of weeks later, I'm doing all this on the computer that everyone uses, and I don't know anything about deleting history or anything, right? So
You don't? Wait.
No.
What?
No, when she's in 5th
So
grade.
the history's all there.
Oh wait. You're talking about this. This is still in 5th grade. This,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
5th grade. Oh no, you know what? This might have been. Yeah, this was in 5th grade, sort of 5th or 6th grade.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Go ahead.
And then, some weeks pass by and the history is there. And one day I come home from school and my brother was like, hey, my dad wants to talk to you. And I was like, oh, about what? He was like, I don't know, just go. And then he told me to meet him outside. So we were in the backyard and my dad is sitting there and he's like, hey, mija, what are you, have you been using the computer? And I was like, yeah, I do use the computer. I use it to like play games and shit.
We gaming.
And then he
We game.
and then and then he goes, no. Have you been using it to like look up certain things? Like he didn't want to say it directly,
Right.
so he was just like trying to say it in other words. And I was like, no. And he was like, you didn't look up lesbian porn? Like, and I was like, what? No, I never.
So you decided to go the
complete.
completely denying it to the death route.
Yeah.
And then your brother got his ass
I
beat.
was like,
got his ass.
no, listen, this is where it gets good. I have 2 older brothers, right? They're like 15, 17 years old at the time. So it would make sense if they were the ones that looked it up. So I was like, no, I did not. Why I don't even know what that is. What is that? And then I was like, no, Dad, this is completely Richard. This is Richard, because my brother's name is Richard.
Oh no.
And I was like, this is him doing it. You're just trying to put the blame on me.
Oh my God.
You put a name out there.
And my dad was like, he goes, that's what I thought. See, I don't even know why I brought you out here. Because I knew it would be him. I knew it would be him because my other brother, he doesn't really use, like, he's not really into technology or anything. I knew it would be him. And so he ended up getting him in trouble.
So wait, what, you think your dad, so are you straight or lesbian?
No, I'm bi.
You're bi. So was your dad, you think your dad was ready to have a talk with you about like you being like lesbian or bi, or like punishing you for looking at porn? You know what I mean?
If he would have?
What do you think? Like, yeah, like.
What do you think was going on in his mind?
Yeah, in his mind, because I'm curious about that. Like,
I honestly think because I was young.
Yeah.
I was a young kid, and he was probably thinking in his head, "Oh, this is just my sweet, innocent only daughter, who doesn't even know what porn is. Of course, it's gonna be the horny older brothers that I have that are teenagers." Right.
He was just going through the process of elimination and just going down the line of the kids, right?
Yeah, he knew his answer. He was probably like, it would never be her.
So do you think you could challenge yourself this week and go to your dad and come clean about it?
No.
Wait,
no.
She's not coming to you at like confession and shit, bro. Father, what do I do?
No, I like this train of thought.
I think I made it.
The only reason why I'm saying this is I'm a Richard, and I just feel bad for that Richard. You know what I mean? I think maybe you should be like, I'd be like, Padre.
So you feel for all Richards out
What's
there.
your ethnicity? You're Latino, right?
Yeah.
Because I heard the mija. Yeah, you gotta be like, la verdad es.
Well, listen. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think I made it pretty clear to my dad when, I brought like a girl home.
Right. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
Did you think so? Yeah. When you brought a girl home, he was like, "I knew it was."
He was like, "Wait a minute!
I knew it was you in fifth grade. I knew it was you all along."
He was, yeah.
I don't know why it's not like a Latino villain. It was you all along.
Órale.
I think so. Yeah. I think he was like. He was like, oh, maybe she did look up that porn, but it's whatever.
So did you keep up your porn preference since then? Is it still lesbian porn? Hello?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I think
She was like, should I reveal this?
You know what? I recently got into, and this was really recently, started getting into, like, just straight amateur porn.
Yeah, but that's a common, like, preference.
I never liked it, though.
Why didn't you like it? Because I'm not a huge amateur porn guy too. I think it's because I deal with a lot of amateur video already, like in like everything I do. Like that's not a diss to you, Tony. I'm just saying.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
I meant like all the stuff I do with like quick turnaround video, like podcast stuff and all that. So you
want some higher production in your shit.
I feel like if I'm gonna look at like I want something different.
Right. No, I hear that.
Right. No.
But isn't lesbian porn not like? Isn't it like hella fake?
What do you mean?
Like the way that it's not like true to life.
What do you mean like scissoring and stuff like that?
Yeah, like I know that a lot of like lesbian porn is like directed by males that like, and then for like other shit.
I think the beauty of lesbian porn is more for the sensuality instead of the actual. Actual. It's more about.
I agree with Brick.
Like I feel like
I'm not.
Yeah, someone brought up a good
making
point.
A statement. I'm asking you.
Yo, Mish brought up a good point. Straight porn is pretty fake too. Like they do stuff in that shit that is not shit that we do when we have regular sex all the time too. You know,
porn overall is just for the most part.
It's caricaturized.
It's fantasy, and it's stuff that in real life you wouldn't see that happening. You would just see it happening, in your dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, definitely it's more about the subtleties and the sensuality, that's why they say a woman's like they know what women women know what women want more, you know what I mean? Because of the sensuality. So I understand why people prefer that sometimes, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when people look up the exact type of porn of like closest to their reality.
Yeah.
You know, like wouldn't you want?
But that's what amateur thing is. You have to understand. Some people.
People like the reality part of it.
Yeah. Some people just like. They want the authenticity of it. You know what I mean? Captured on camera. Yeah, for sure. That's why some people. That's why people like watching sex tapes, or like they like seeing, you know, like the hidden camera situations. They like seeing that because they want to see genuine reactions instead of like scripted. Okay, moan here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bang bang.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Sophia, thanks for sharing that story. We'll be reporting you to the authorities.
Yeah, I'm gonna call your dad this week.
Authorities, meaning your dad. So
he's an authority figure.
Authority figure. Yeah. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
For calling
Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you
soon. Great story. Had lust, deceit, family values. It's great.
All right, let's take another caller.
We got Thadam.
Thadam.
Where you at?
Oh yeah, this is Thadam who got emotional. I think last week, right?
I wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't here. Then you would have definitely brought out even more emotions out of this fool.
What do you mean? What happened?
He busted out. He was really getting emotional about just talking about everything going on right now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Thadam,
are you there?
You live?
Thadam?
Yo, what's up, guys?
How you doing, brother?
Man?
What's up?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Do you look at me different after my confession today or no?
I tuned in like halfway through because I was cooking some pibimyeon, but it was a pretty funny story. Like when
you cook the pibimyeon, you're talking about that $5 two pack, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just fire, dude.
That shit's fire.
Yo, do me did you drain it into cold water yet?
Yeah, of course. No, it's already done. I already ate it.
Oh, you already ate it?
You know what I fucked up with that though? I didn't have the cold ready after.
Yeah.
Is that a common mistake?
That's a common mistake.
Okay,
exactly.
that's a common mistake.
You idiot.
Idiot. What's up, Thadam? You got anything to share with us?
Yeah. So I'm like tracking back like my whole like when I was got introduced to porn and stuff.
Yeah, turn them up, Tony, please. Is it coming?
So
up?
like,
could you get louder?
Thank you, Tony.
Hello.
Yeah, you good, Thadam. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. So I remember like when I was like a baby, like when as a family we would watch like kung fu movies. And then
oh wow. Okay.
They would cover my eyes at certain times, and I never understood why. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then let's like push it a few years. I remember when I was at my uncle's house and he had a movie collection, and I don't know why American Pie was the film that really got me into like, oh, what is this about? And then I remember I got my ass beat for watching that,
right?
Because I left it in the DVD player, and I remember that. And
that's like masturbation, Inception. Like you watching somebody else getting caught, and then you get caught for watching somebody else get caught.
Continue.
And then I remember watching 50 Cent's Candy Shop and getting in trouble for that.
I like all this stuff. Yeah, I like the
chocolate going down. I remember as a kid I was like, damn, this is so hot. And I was like, and then I just left the history as a kid and then the history browser, and then I got in trouble.
Damn.
You know, feeling like horny and all that shit is natural, and you know, being curious and all that stuff, you know. And then when we get caught, you know, kind of indulging in these natural desires, that, you know, that does something to us, I think. You know, so my question is this to you guys, people in chat, to you, Thotty, Thottam, is like, if you catch your kids watching porn, are you gonna like discipline them? You gonna have a talk with them? Like, how is?
No, I think you gotta have a talk. I think you can't discipline, you know. But the funny thing is the way
you're gonna jerk them off or what?
The funny thing is when you were jumping into that statement, because it sounded like you were like sitting him down with the talk, and I don't even think that's what he was asking. When he's like, "You're gonna start experiencing changes in your body. Hair is gonna grow in unexpected places."
Right.
But
I don't think that ever like, you know, like made me feel like I was doing bad, but maybe like just like, you know, maybe it wasn't the right time, or I didn't feel like I was like a horrible person. They didn't make me feel like that, but they were just making me sure that it wasn't like something right to do, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they told you not to watch porn.
I was never traumatized by that or anything when I was like
Yeah, it's because you watch Candy Shop, man. When I was your age and I was a baby, I actually stumbled upon like that hidden thing that fucked me up.
I think it is a tricky thing to tell them.
Into a freak that I am today.
It's tricky. Like, what do you tell them to ration their porn intake? You know.
I mean, I think as a parent, you have to kind of be like aware of what they're intaking in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be like not care about what they're looking at, and then when they get caught, it's like you have to kind of put limitations early. Like, kids are
like only a few categories. You only give them access to a few categories.
Like, you know, kids nowadays, you'd be surprised how early they know about these things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not surprised at all. What are you talking about?
It's just like compared to us, like our age, I think it's a lot earlier.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I remember my uncle telling me, like, when he was teaching, like, you know, Koreans, like, they teach us how to drink at a young age and, like, how to, like, be respectful and, like, you know, the whole drinking process. So it's like,
he's like, you gotta grip your shaft.
I was like, yo, like, why do you teach us at a young age, you know, like 14, like, teaching us how to take a shot and stuff? And he's like, you know, it's like he wants to be the bridge. He can't just tell you, like, you can't, drinking is right or wrong. He wants to just, like, be the bridge. So I think I can, like, imply that in, like, the porn, too, like, just trying to be the bridge to, like, instead of just being like, porn is bad, like, you're going to hit this road, so let me just try to guide you and, like, you know.
Right, for sure. Right. No, I hear that. Yeah. And I think a lot of our adults, you know, like when my uncle used to put chewed up food into my mouth and then give me, like, a little bit of beer, like, they'd give me liquor and alcohol at a young age, but it wasn't to, like, have me partake. It was to remind me how shitty it tasted, you know what I mean? So, like, I'd avoid it. But no, I definitely hear you, man. Thanks for sharing that, bro.
Yeah, of course.
How you doing? Are you feeling a little better this week, or how's your mental health, brother?
My mental health is all right. You know, just the more I learn, the more I just feel like I was in a Truman Show. I just watched the documentary The 13th on Netflix.
I just saw that 2 days ago too, man.
Because I just watched that yesterday because I just had a family meeting with my cousins, and like one of them was like, "Yo, you guys gotta watch The 13th. It's pretty dope. Like, you learn a lot." And then
you remember the montage at the end when they use Trump's speech, how they're like the good old days, and then they showed, dude, that shit touched me, man. Fuck.
It repeats itself, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, good hearing from you again, Thadam.
Yeah, Thadam.
Call in again next week, brother.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Peace, brother.
Man.
All right,
man. Let's take another caller.
We got Anime Angel.
Anime Angel descending from the internet
skies. Real quick, guys. Once you're in the waiting room, don't deafen. Just mute your mic so you can hear us, and always make sure to mute your stream. Hello.
Hey, Anime Angel, what's up?
Nothing much. How's it going with you guys?
We're good.
What's up? How you doing?
Should we turn the AC off for this section, or what do you think?
She seems a little low on it. So,
how you doing, Anime Angel?
Well, I just started Japanese class, and so right now I'm practicing on hiragana.
I'm sorry about that.
Wait, what would you say?
What?
Could you come a little bit closer to your mic?
Put it in your mouth.
Jesus.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh,
Yep. That's better.
Tony, you could turn the speaker down a little bit now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Anime.
No.
Yeah, what's up?
Naruhodo.
Is she on delay?
Okay, so today's my first day of Japanese class, and so I was just practicing hiragana right now, and it's very hard to do.
Oh, the connection's kind of bad.
I think your connection's not Japanese at all.
We'll
come back to
here. We'll come back to you.
We'll come back to you. Sorry, go back to your Japanese class right now. We'll come back.
We got by yourself.
Yo, that was my Japanese.
What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
Who's this?
By yourself.
By yourself. Okay, what's up, bro?
So I actually wanted to come on last week, but then I wanted to be there when Brick was there, so I could ask him a question.
Nice. Okay,
man. Let's hear it.
Thank you for waiting.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you, what ethnicity do you think I am?
Nice. All right. Hold on. Here we go. We got a challenge.
Nice.
He flipped it on you.
He did.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's have him.
For a long time, Rick. So I really hope that you get this.
All right. Let's say one more thing, and then we'll.
Yeah. Hold on. Can you say this? Could you say? Let me hear you say two things. Fear the Lord.
Fear the Lord.
Wait. Say it again.
Fear the Lord.
Okay, I don't know. I'm getting mixed
how
vibes.
about Year the Ox presents the Rollout mixtape?
Year of the Ox presents the Rollout mixtape.
You're Chinese, dude.
You're right.
No, I got Chinese vibes too.
Wait, you got Chinese vibes.
Right.
Okay. Why did you guys get Chinese vibes?
I just felt I don't know, when certain people say the R's, right? The R's is what gets me. That's when I realize how the length of the R, if there's a roll in the R, if there's like a guttural sound. I don't know. The way you said just reminded me of my Chinese brothers, bro.
But he sounds pretty American.
There's no like.
He does sound American, but that I guess that not facade. I don't want to say that, but that outer layer can be peeled very easily with just.
Let me ask you, Bayu. Do we sound Korean to you? If you just heard us talk.
I would say it's hard to say just because I've seen you guys talk before, but just listening to it, it's pretty easy to tell that you guys are from like a more like you grew up around people who speak with a certain accent, like either from New York or LA or something. So you kind of get.
I think I'm very LA.
I'm gonna give you a little insight with the Chinese sonic the audio wise. Just how Chinese people out of all the Asians, they sound very matter of factly. You know, like how Canadians, they
that's
talk
what
like,
it is.
You know how like Canadians, when they talk, everything is very just kind of like information based. Out of all the Asians, the Chinese, they sound more confident in the facts that they're saying.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's weird. It's like kind of like reading through a nutrition label, kind of like saturated fat, granulated. The way that you say it, it just, I don't know, the syncopation and like the comma usage, I could tell when a Chinese person is speaking to me. They just sound a little more sure and knowledgeable than the other Asians. I don't know if that
they definitely
makes sense.
sound like they've been in this country longer than us.
Oh, for sure, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I would say on average that like a Chinese American sounds like their English. It feels a little bit more proper
and
proper,
also
this just doesn't exist. But you know
and a little, there's a little bit of confidence behind every syllable behind it. I'm not sure if you understand that, but no, it's a very good trait, man. You sound very authoritative.
A lot of Koreans
were very sure,
and a lot of like fobs. They'll be like a lot of things that they say is I don't know.
Yeah. No, 100%. Let's say it like this: with Chinese people, when they speak to me, their sentences. With Chinese people, when they speak to me, their sentences end with a dead end. It's like you can't move forward. With Korean people, it's always a fork. It's like, oh. Yeah. It's like
there's no really, you don't know which punctuation you should end it with.
Year of the Ox presents the Rollout mixtape. It's like, left or right. But with yours, it was Year of the Ox presents Rollout mixtape. It was very authoritative.
Yeah. There's a period, at the end. It's like
Jakey. China, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed. Like, this is why you're our Minority Report correspondent.
Yeah,
let's go.
Exactly.
He always gets it wrong.
Where are you from, Bayu?
Come on, that was kind of impressive right there.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Bay Area.
Oh, okay. I could hear a little Bay Area too. You know what I mean? Do you hear that?
I know a couple of Bay Area Chinese.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's great.
Can I actually weigh in on the porn conversation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have two questions. I'll start with the less serious one. So, how much would you guys need, if any at all, to put out a porno?
How much?
Yeah,
I would say okay.
What's your number? What's your cost?
Hold on. Let me say this. I would say that it is something I would consider towards like the hit rock bottom towards the end of my career. Nothing's popping off. I really need the money. You know what I'm saying? And the prices would change at that point because I'd hit rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can charge like the money I would charge right now as opposed to the rock bottom price is different.
Oh, are you asking me? Are you asking us how much it would take, like
monetary
wise,
money
for us to make porn?
Yeah.
So the question is right now.
Right now. So right now, I would say I would do it for $5 million. And you know why I give that price is because I believe in myself that I can make $1 million in this next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, don't sell yourself short, man. There's probably a lot of demand for that dumbfounded porn, so you got to get that back. You know?
You're saying I should charge more?
Hell yeah. You gotta have confidence, bro.
Okay, 10. 10. Fuck that. By you just fucked it up for Vivid. 10 million, all right?
We can start a GoFundMe after the podcast.
Yeah.
Ends.
Nice.
Well, how about okay, Rick? So let me ask you this, because I know this is difficult for you because you're very faith based, but I'm sure you can do some good with this money for your family, all this stuff.
I thought he was gonna be like, you could do good in the
no with this money. Like, so how much you think you would need?
I think I wouldn't charge.
And what if they said this? They're like, whatever amount they pay you, they'll match that to like a foundation, like a Christian foundation.
Yeah, but once I fucking do a porn, the Christian foundation is not gonna want to do anything to do with me, bro. You know what I mean? But honestly, I would do it. You know, like those videos where like they pick up the random guy, like in the bus or whatever.
Yeah,
bang bus. I'd do that.
You do?
Yeah.
So wait, that changes your
it's not me starting it off. It's just me being a victim of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was John, if I was the target, then I'd be like, oh man, you got me. Fuck.
You got me.
You know what I mean? But do you think am I gonna book the room? Am I gonna do it? No, I'm not.
So
gonna
you
do
have
that.
to be pranked into it.
Yeah, I want to be exactly. I want to be the guy that they pick up and then like kick out the van. I'm like, whoa.
So if they ever,
come on!
so if the Christian community ever comes after you, be like, I was tricked. What do you mean? I was tricked.
100%.
All right. 100%. So how much?
I'd do it for like maybe 10,000 to 20,000.
So that's how much they would need to offer you to come into the van.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
All right. How about you, Rek?
I feel like all of our nudes and videos are gonna come out at some point anyway. It's not that high of a number. I mean,
how much? Just
you gotta have confidence, right? Don't sell yourself short.
I mean,
I will for sure would not do it under five mil. I would not. Me personally, like that's a real number that I'm giving right now. Like I would not do it under that because I feel like I estimate like how much I'm gonna make, and I feel confident in what I'm gonna do.
But I feel like if my porn comes out, it'll help me.
You know what I think about it? Yo, because there are a lot of girls that do like OnlyFans, and like there are like a lot of hot girls, and they'll like be like, who's down to be in one of my videos for my customers, and I'm like, shit, I might be down.
But do they pay? They don't pay.
So my fee would be like a really hot girl, like you know what I'm saying.
That's it.
No. But like a girl,
keep the money. Just make sure the girl's hot.
Like the girl, I'm saying like a girl that I've been lusting over. You know what I'm saying? I'd be looking at like IG, like God damn, I want to smash.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
because you're not thinking about the aftermath. You're not thinking about after the video.
I guess like if I had to come to like a deal, at to sit at a table and like negotiate and shit, I would ask for a lot because it's like you're
putting yourself
low key might be jeopardizing your career and endorsements and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I throw like a couple $100K, some shit,
So 10, 20K.
I see what you're saying. It's about like. Your value.
Yeah.
But
then I don't know if it really affects your future value. I mean, Kim Kardashian had a sex tape, and she gets every endorsement deal.
That's true.
Yeah, but it has to be fire though. If it's a trash video, then no one's gonna want to fuck with that. To be honest with you.
Yeah, the Kim K one was high key trash. So definitely just try to push yourself above that.
Right.
Did you say you had a second question?
Yeah. So this is kind of just kind of piggybacking off of porn. So in porn there's like a big like people love Asian porn, but then there's also like a huge subgenre of white male Asian female porn.
Yeah.
So then I kind of just wanted to ask you guys for advice because I'm 25, so I'm significantly younger than you guys, and I kind of in a way I feel like I look up to you guys in that kind of way. So I was wondering like if you guys have ever struggled with anger or resentment about how like a lot of Asian women like white men, and then maybe like how you've gotten over that in your lives, if you've ever felt that way.
This is a good question actually, because I feel like there is a lot of this Asian males compensating with anger because all this happening, and so they go extra like masculine energy.
I could answer this. Growing up, a lot of my cousins married white dudes. So for me, I didn't really have like anger or like spite. I didn't hold any of that. And also like around my area, like, you know, Asian dudes could fuck with white girls. So like there wasn't like that, you know, that, oh, like they're taking all our women. Cause, you know, I'd see Asian dudes getting with white girls too. Like we would be messing with white girls too. But the one thing that does anger me though is, you know how there's like in Asia, there's like courses, or even here, there's people, there's like these date like these coaches,
pickup coaches.
Yeah. Like Hitch.
Yeah. No, but it's not like Hitch. Hitch is like he's trying
it's
to find true
specifically
love.
for like to hook up with Asian women
and to treat Asian women like shit.
Yeah,
like to neg them.
it's straight fetish shit, you know.
Well, yeah,
and then be like, yo, yeah, you could just pick up hot Asian girls off the street in Asia.
I saw that one.
Just, and just treat them like shit. That shit pisses me the fuck off.
100%.
Because I've seen a lot of white dudes with Asian girls or black dudes with Asian girls, and I don't feel any type of way because I see a lot of times there's a lot of actual love there. There might be a little like weird like sus things, but that happens when it's like two different cultures.
For sure.
Meeting, you know?
For sure.
And they learn. But when I see like that shit, like
no, definitely by yourself. Like I don't want to get upset or angered about the preference of somebody. You know, if someone prefers this person, then that's fine. But the fetishizing of Asian women, that kind of angers me a little bit. You know what I mean? Where they're not looking beyond just the physical, but they're just like, oh, Asian women. It's kind of like I need to get this. You know what I mean? Like it's like a prize for them. That shit kind of upsets me a little bit. Like when I saw that video of that, you know, that white guy going around and mistreating the Asian sisters like that, that shit was fucked up. But, you know,
I definitely think there is also a lot of this emasculating of Asian men in porno. That's what that AMWF porn genre is. It's, if y'all are unfamiliar, there's a porn genre that's Asian male, white female. It's I think I like to consider it emasculating because it feels like people watch that because they can't like fathom the idea that an Asian dude can pull white girls, and it almost has this emasculating feeling to me with that porn genre. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to be such a fantasy that this situation is unfathomable that it's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I think it's interesting that you say that because I was kind of thinking the other way because especially recently you have a lot of male representation in media, like definitely a lot more than before, and I think it's kind of helped out the cause with like Crazy Rich Asians, like all the YouTube, like you guys, actors and all that. But then also you kind of see some Asian guys starting to do porn too, and I was kind of thinking that maybe that could be a positive thing as well. You know, like just kind of seeing Asian guys in a different light rather than kind of the opposite of what you were saying.
Representation matters, I guess.
You see that a lot with like Asian girls who grow up in like all white friends, and then they see like an Asian dude, they're like, "Get the fuck out."
I think, you know what, I will say, I really do think hatred, like it exists in every culture, but I do think it's a problem in Asian culture. I do see it. I think it's almost bigger in the Asian culture.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Asian immigrants who come to America are chasing that American dream. So then once they get here, you kind of like go one of two ways. Like you either try to hold on to your culture and pass that on to your kids, or you just try to make them as American as possible.
There's a lot of white acceptance. Yeah, there's a lot of white acceptance like thing, you know, problems with Asian culture. You know, white approval, like it's a real thing. You know.
Nah, I agree, definitely. I mean, not to end it, you know, just to talk about the basics too. Like you're 25, so by the time when we were young, we were growing up. A lot of us Asian men, we were still trying to figure out who we were. You know what I mean? We weren't even thinking about the other stuff of trying to be like you know, appear this way or not. Like we were still trying to figure it out. So a lot of the Asian women, when they come up, they're like, oh, they found people who kind of knew themselves more and were comfortable in their own skin. They found that attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like there's different parts to everything. So I hear what you're saying, man. But what, does it anger you, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always kind of bothered me because I've kind of had bad experiences in the past where an Asian woman told me, like this was in high school, she told me that she didn't want to do anything with me because I was Asian. And that was the first time I had ever heard of like an Asian person, like woman, like not wanting anything to do with me because I'm Asian. And then I've seen more of that like as I got older. And then I've like lived in Shanghai for like the last half year, and it's even worse there. Like really, like you see it like everywhere. Like so many like beautiful Asian women with like
I think
white
it's
men.
It is definitely a self-hate thing. You know what? I've heard a lot is when they say, "I don't want to be with an Asian guy because you remind me of my brother." Just because you're Asian.
Oh, that's the dumbest shit.
That's the dumbest shit. But I've heard that shit a lot, dude.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot, and
you know everyone wants to.
We don't have the right to
brothers.
say that's dumb as shit, though.
You're stupid. Rex said, because everyone wants to fuck their brother. That's stupid. No. But I feel that is like self-hatred. Like, and one of our homegirls said that, and she was like, she's like an adoptee. You know, like she's adopted, a Korean girl adopted by white parents and shit. And I when I hear that, I'm like, damn, that's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if they really mean it, that's just.
Yeah. All right. Yo, thanks for calling, buddy.
I kind of have a funny story if you want to leave this on a pause.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So with Tinder, basically they've been allowing all users to be able to swipe in different parts of the world. And then, so I was using that. And then I want you guys to try to guess which country do you think I got the most white girl attention from?
What country?
Why don't you just tell us?
Yeah.
Wait, in the world?
Yeah, in the world.
Australia.
Nah, I feel like Australia has a lot of like racial tension, racist tendencies too.
Europe?
I would say, let me see. Canada?
No, it was actually Korea.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if there's white girls gonna go to Korea, like, what the fuck? You better fuck with Asian dudes. Yeah, bro. Like, or you gonna fucking be pissed every day.
It made sense, just because like it was like all the like pretty much everyone who just loves Korean culture, like they just took the opportunity. Like even if I can't go to Korea, I can just go check out the guys there, for a little bit.
Yeah, the Korea boo, there is also like that fetishizing of Asian dudes too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I mean, Korea is popular. Like, the fandom of like K-pop and all that shit is there's tons of white girls, black girls, Latinas. We got some in the chat right now. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, so you got a lot of attention, and what did you feel? Did you like it, or was it unwanted attention?
I mean, it didn't really like strike me one way or another too much. It was kind of just like, oh, like this kind of makes sense, like it wasn't really too much of anything, but it was nice, just kind of like seeing the tables get turned a little bit.
Yeah, Asian men are definitely getting more attention because of like even anime and K-pop and all that stuff and K-hip hop. But one thing I'll say about that, I hate when like if I'm with like some black chick or some white chick and then like they try to ask me about like Korean hip hop, like some rappers like, yo, what do you think about this thing that happened with this person? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
like
fucking know everything
either.
About what's going on. I don't watch all the K dramas you do. That shit is a bit annoying, yo.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's like it's the same thing as like if you're hanging out with like black people and being like, oh, so what's the latest rap albums that are out? Or like white people like, hey, you should watch La La Land. I don't know, whatever the fuck. But you know what I mean, though, right? It's like it's bullshit. Like, and I hate even talking about that. But of course, I'm like, oh, I like Knopfler. No, right. Fuck with you.
Yo, by yourself. You got a girlfriend right now?
No, I don't. I'm forever single, but enjoying being single. Don't
say forever single, man. I hope you find the love of your life, whatever color that is, bro. You know what I mean? Whatever makes anyone happy, I feel like we should root for it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying that I'm good being single. It doesn't bother me.
Okay, that's good. That sounded very Chinese.
Wait, let me ask you though. Did you have these frustrations because do you like white girls? Is that your preference?
No, I'm definitely very much. I mean, yeah, I'm very much into Asian girls now. But then I think when I think about it, like when I think about the attractiveness of an Asian girl that I could possibly get compared to a white girl, like it just doesn't match up. Like honestly, like I've never seen an Asian guy besides Rice Gum be with a white girl that was absolutely fire. Never seen it before, like in real life. So like when I think about it, like there's definitely some. Like I can see myself with like an Asian girl who's pretty attractive, but I couldn't with a white girl because I just haven't ever gotten that level of.
That
like,
sucks that you're. Your reference is right.
right.
Everybody fucking like. I feel like mad Asian dudes like white girls. You know, like that's like the next big preference after Asian girls for Asian dudes. You know, like
that's so interesting. I never looked at it like that. I never see it like that.
This is all a great discussion, but I have to leave.
All right, peace
Can you
out,
guys check out the young adult fiction video?
Oh, we just got rated with 232
Yuri
people.
97.
Yuri 97.
Everybody from
hey
Yuri's
guys,
chat.
Yuri in for a treat.
Shout out,
welcome
Yuri.
everybody.
I stream on Twitch as well. Rekstizzy. Check out my new video. I got new merch. I got a frog in hand. Put the frog in hand.
All right.
Put the frog in hand.
All right.
Peace, y'all.
Beat it.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks, Rek.
Peace, bro.
All right. Peace
Thanks,
out.
Rek.
Yo, thanks for calling in,
thanks
buddy.
for calling in. That was an interesting discussion. By you. Thanks for having
By
us.
you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate the words.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah, definitely. Later, guys.
How old am I this year? I'm 34. I turned 34 this year. Yeah, I know. Fucking mid-30s. Can you believe it? Goddamn, when did that happen? Life hits you hard, man. Life really hits you hard.
All right, Anime Angel. Let's try again.
Anime Angel.
Hello.
Angel.
Hi.
What's
All
up,
right.
Anime Angel?
Is everything going well on your end?
Yeah, we're good.
Everything is good. How are you doing?
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Uh-oh. We're having some connection issues, I see.
Hello?
I think it's better now.
Okay,
you're still
cool.
going in and out.
Yeah, what's
Can you hear
up?
us?
Yeah, is there
Are you listening to us through the stream or through Discord?
Yeah, I was listening through both. My bad.
Yeah, you should mute the stream,
Mute the stream
and
and
just listen to us
yeah.
through Discord.
Discord so we could just be live on the
Because
call.
there's a little
Okay.
lag.
Is there anything you want
Okay.
to add to this conversation?
Yeah, well, you see, my first time watching porn was actually in high school, and I was at a sleepover with my friends, and they went and she went and pinned me down and made me watch hentai because I told her with the truth or dare I've never watched it, and so I was watching tentacle hentai porn. I was like, oh my gosh!
And that's your
like, what am I
first
supposed
time.
to do?
That's a pretty intense one for your first time, would you say?
You jumped, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty.
They pinned you.
great.
So how did you
down.
make you feel? I mean, made you feel good apparently because your name's Anime Angel.
Yeah, it made me end up actually liking it a bit more, to be honest.
Right.
I actually had a crush on my friend at the time, to be honest, so it was a little bit even more weird.
Wait,
watching
hold
it
on.
with her.
This friend was a female or a male?
It was a female.
Oh, okay, cool. So she pinned you down and let you watch this hentai.
She made me watch it. I was like, I don't want my first time to be with friends. Like, do you know how weird that is?
Maybe
Yeah.
she had a crush on you too because she's ones who brought up the porn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know how things can be so weird.
I had a homie who used to have the
Pinned you down and made you watch.
no, you didn't want. I had a homie who used to have the Playboy channel at his crib, like, and that's like gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the Playboy channel at the crib. I went to his house all the time. He probably thought I was like, damn, this fool really wants to be my friend all the time. I was going to his crib. I'm like, you know what's a great idea? We should watch the Playboy channel.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then, but what you guys would just watch it?
Yeah, it got really awkward.
It got weird,
got
right?
awkward.
Yeah, that's just kind of weird for sure.
But he probably thought I really wanted to be his friend. Yeah.
So what did you continue to watch hentai? Did that become part of your preference because that was your first thing that you saw?
Not gonna lie, it actually became part of my preference.
Okay.
So that became your preference, hentai, and hentai is pretty amazing that like a cartoon can make you like feel that way in a weird way.
I mean, you have to understand, like animated, sometimes they could draw like perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like the most fantasy-based body, face. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
different.
Hentai is just sort of, makes me feel too weird, man. The hentai situation. I don't know if I'm a big hentai guy.
Not a hentai guy.
I'm not a hentai guy, my guy. That's cool. So that's your story. You fell in love with hentai.
Yeah, I'm such a weeble. I'm learning Japanese now and hopefully gonna go there someday. Maybe be English as a second language teacher.
Let me ask you this, because a lot of people, love, a lot of people fall in love with Japanese culture, Korean culture, and they want to learn language, and they end up going to Japan or Korea, right? That's like the final thing. Like, I would want to go there, the Mecca. Like, what do you expect from Japan? Like, when you go there, like, what would be your ideal trip?
Well, I know I'd love to experience the Cherry Blossom Festival and probably do some Weibo things. I had a professor of mine that said he'd help me recommend with going into a program, and he even found his wife there and went and even did English as a second language in Korea. So I sort of know what it's like.
I see.
I see. Okay.
How did you fall in love with the Japanese culture in the beginning?
Well, my mom, she was a single mom and she had a night job, and so I have to wake up at 3 a.m. and my dad would want me to go with him to go pick her up. She was a bikini dancer, if I'm being.
Oh wow, okay. But then what's that to do with the Yeah.
And so Konami would always be on, and I would watch that while I go to sleep.
Oh, got you. So it was like a sleep schedule thing, and then you'd always see Japanese broadcasts and stuff like that. That's how you fell in love with it.
Yeah, and then Kids Still BB also helped with that. Totally was into Pokemon, etc.
So does that include Japanese guys? Like, do you like Japanese guys or Japanese girls or whatever your preference is?
I don't see any color. Love is love.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, respect. I mean, that's fine. I mean, but did that open up your doors to a possibility of Japanese guys or whatever? Or are you more into the animated Japanese guys?
Yeah, one of my first crushes was Japanese dude and black person, if I'm being
Yeah, because I always wonder about that, because you know how people have these anime crushes?
Yeah.
To the actual characters and shit?
But not.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's.
Oh yeah, I know all those things where you only love it's actually fictional characters, or that you want to actually live in that world and pretend you are that character. Yeah, there's totally a whole bunch of weird type of, or different kinks or lifestyles per se.
Right. Cool.
All right. Well,
and I'm guessing you're Caucasian.
I'm mixed, actually. I'm a little bit of everything. Syrian, Mexican.
Oh, nice.
Okay. It goes on. Basque.
Hey.
All right.
If you're not following Lilypad Rekstizzy, I feel like you'd fit right in to his group. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I totally followed him.
I would have been impressed with Rick's Minority Report if he guessed all the mixes.
Yeah. I was Syrian, a little bit of mix.
That's next level.
Well, Anime Angel, thank you
so much for calling in. I appreciate the insight.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Stay safe out there. Peace.
Well, it's just copy pasta. I def watch porn with the homies, slowly touching ourselves under the pillow, storing the images into our memory bank to finish later in private.
Is that Gilf Slayer? Jesus Christ!
I know. I think Rek wrote that.
Oh my Lord! How's the chat? I'm not even looking at it.
Yeah.
Are they with us or what?
No, chat's going off.
Yeah, chat's. Let's take one more call and call it a day.
We got Nomi Chit.
Know me chit.
You don't know me shit.
You don't know me shit. Know me chit.
Yo.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, what up? Know me.
Can you get closer to your mic?
Closer to the mic.
Hold on. I got a studio mic. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, raise up your.
It seems really low right now.
Your phantom power's off, bro.
I gotta go into the settings.
Come back to the light, bro.
Yeah, he sounds.
I had one weird encounter with porn from a long time ago. So this was probably when I was 6th or 7th grade, and you used to have these neighborhood friends, right? That used to just go bike around with and whatnot. So there was this one friend that we used to bike around with, and he was like, "Yo, come over one day. I got my dad's porn stash." Yeah. We go over, we start watching it, and he's in the front, and me and my other homie was just behind him. We were watching it, and then all of a sudden, We see him
like
that, and he turns around. He's like, and then we just fucking
wait, like jerking off.
Yeah, he was jerking off, and then we fucking ran out of the house, and we never seen him again, ever after that.
But was he just joking around? Or?
No, he was doing it.
Oh my Lord.
Was he Eastern European or what?
Oh yeah, he was black.
Oh my gosh,
man, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I just feel like pornography is like a solo thing, man. I'm not sure about all that. Know me.
So, I just feel like it's a solo.
Yo,
thing. You think?
Is your mic up? I can barely hear you.
Really?
Yeah, you're really low, bro.
Oh, there we go.
Turn it up a little more. Turn it up a little more.
Yeah, I have you on max right
Hello?
now.
Yeah. What's up, know me?
Hey, my name's Namachit, by the way.
Namachit. My bad.
Yeah.
Know me.
Yeah. I had to turn up the volume on the interface.
You good?
Because the way I record everything is like down low. But what I wanted to say, I got a couple things I want to say. But
sure.
Rick, I want you to guess my ethnicity.
Nice. Oh, here we go.
sound Southeast Asian, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what exactly? What are you leaning towards?
Well, am I right in that region or no?
Yeah. Pretty close.
Whoa. Okay. Let's see. It's getting interesting.
It's because of his tempo of his talk. It's fast.
Okay.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
So go. I'm thinking like Laotian or maybe Cambodian. I'm not sure.
Damn. Okay.
Wait. What is it?
I'm Lao.
Wow. Bro, I am not even gonna front. That is impressive, bro. The chances of guessing Laos, guessing Laotian. Oh my god, bro, that was sick.
You know how I know? All my Laotian rapper friends, they recorded with minimal volume on their
I'm talking pretty fast just because I'm a little bit nervous at the moment.
Nah, you good, buddy.
Time on here, yeah.
What's good, man? Yeah, talk to us.
I want to steer away from the porn conversation.
Please, man. I don't know. Yeah, Jesus.
I'm porned out, bro. I am porned out.
Like I'm done talking about.
Like I'm gonna have to go home and take a shower. God damn. Go ahead.
What?
Okay, so
no. So wipe away all the porn shit, not like jerk off in the shower.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Namachit.
So, what's your creative process for writing music, like topic-wise, flows, hooks, etc.?
Well, first and foremost, I want any song that I do to be better than the last song I did. You know what I mean? Always the state of elevation. That's number one. You know what I mean? And number two is just when it comes to the creative process of it, it's a contextual question. Sometimes I have something, especially nowadays, seeing everything happening around the world. Sometimes, you don't even need to feel creative. You just feel as a person living and being aware of the situation, you have to say something. There's an overflow of your heart sometimes. And the creative process is actually taking what you feel, whether it's the pains, whether it's just like the strong emotion that you have, and then putting it on pad and putting it to the, recording it into a song. That kind of creative process to me is my favorite, where it doesn't require too much like imagination, but it's more just about how am I trying to say what's in my mind and in my heart into this paper and record it onto the track. Like that's my favorite type of creative process. But then other times it's just barring out, you know what I mean? And trying to make a song that could impress, especially with Year of the Ox, me and JL, we have a very competitive spirit. So our writing process is very like competition based, And I think that's what drives us to be, better than the rest.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I like to kind of come in with something I want to talk about, and then I just kind of it's just easier to write raps like that, and what I mean by that is just like specific words, like words. I think about like words I want to incorporate like into that song,
right? And
that could like mean like a name of a restaurant or place, or like that's very specific. I don't like to do just vagueness, my whole thing is specificity. Like it just brings a more personal element to your songs.
Right, for sure. And another thing that really helps me out is trying to sound unique. Trying to not do what's already been done. And you don't want to get too lost in that, because then you'll start making too much abstract stuff that only makes sense to you. But I like challenging myself sonically, where I try not to just fit into the mold of everything else, but trying to switch it up a little bit, going outside of my comfort zone. That's my biggest thing right now, is leaving my comfort zone and trying to do stuff that's harder for me, because if I feel like I'm just gonna do boom bap freestyle golden age type beats, I think that's so easy where I'm not really challenging myself. So I'm trying to just switch it up.
I think challenging yourself is also like, especially right now with all the stuff that's going on in this world, like I think people want a little bit more vulnerability.
Exactly.
People want stuff where you can, it sounds like you're not putting up a guard. Like the world is hurting. And so if, people want to hear that, that someone could be expressive about those feelings. Because so many people aren't expressive right now. It's like they feel the pain, but if you're going to make music, they want to hear it in the music. I think a lot of hip hop, a lot of shit is going to hit differently in the next couple months,
Yeah, for sure.
Like the stuff that gets released, it's just going to hit different.
Are you a rapper, Maji?
I'm both a singer and rapper. I label myself as a music artist, recording artist, kinda.
Awesome.
Yeah,
cool, bro.
I've been doing music for about a year, but like since about September, I took a small hiatus of releasing stuff and learning to mix and master on my own because I didn't want to go to a studio, pay the extra money to do it. So I'm learning everything at home.
Hey, I respect that, man. Cutting out the middleman and working by yourself definitely is a huge part. But also, when you start doing that, that's how I started working, just kind of doing everything by myself and trying to just record at home. But make sure that you don't get so comfortable with that where you actually go to a real recording studio that you start getting flustered when you have a real engineer.
I think it's good to know that. I wish I did, but I don't. And a lot of times that does limit me and with time. Like I have to wait for somebody to mix it, and it's just another step that I have to do. But
right.
And some people are really good at it. I know, like that fool Russ or whatever does all this shit, mixes masters, and that's incredible that he could do that. But like, I can't. Like, that's not my shit. I just like to focus on the specific thing about writing lyrics and songs. That's that's my shit, and everything else. And it's also because if you're just gonna rap, then maybe you should pick those things up, you know. But if you're busy with other things, then maybe you want to ration out your time a little better and work smarter and not harder,
For sure, man. Add a couple of presets on your EQ so you don't need to keep equalizing your voice. Once you kind of know how to mix your voice proper, you just have that little default preset, and you're on your way, bro. Yeah, you should link our stuff on the Discord. I'll check it out.
Yeah, put it in the Discord.
Oh yeah, definally. I'll link it, man.
No doubt, brother. Much respect. Thanks for
calling
in.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Thanks for not talking about porn.
Yeah. Well, I needed a fucking break.
I need a break, bro.
God damn. All right. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know a lot of people got rated over. I mean, we got rated by a lot of people over here from Yuri's channel. I don't think I've ever. I don't know who she is, but I'm gonna familiarize myself with her stuff. Thanks for joining us. We do a show every Tuesday. We go live around 1 p.m. And then every Friday we do a show called Dumb World around 5 p.m. And we a lot of fun shit. We take calls. We wild the fuck out. Sometimes we rap. Sometimes we cook.
Yep.
And I think we got to chill out on porn talk for another year.
God damn,
I think I'm good with that for sure. But thank you guys. We got our regulars up in the chat. We got Nervous, Shan Wise, Harwin Kim, all the Thotum, Poppy Suck, Sophia, ZZ
Giant
Frog,
Asian.
Philly Nirvana. We see the whole gang right here. We see Gilf Slayer always slaying them Gilfs in chat. We know how you get down.
Thank you, Cake.
Yeah, I heard Gilf's origin story last week. That was crazy.
Yeah. It was really wild. We still got to make that emote for Gilf. I don't know what Tony's doing. I don't know what the hell this man is doing over here.
Where's Brian at?
Yikes.
Where's Brian at?
Yikes. It's a very simple thing, bro. Rek knows how to make an emote. You can make an emote. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. Tune in next week for another episode of Fun with Dumb. Peace out.
Peace.